Hello, and welcome to Cindy's Corner. And as we start, I'm going to ask you a question. Snowmen fall from the sky, unassembled. What does that mean? Snowmen fall from the sky, unassembled. What does that mean? Well, I don't know who made that up. That's anonymous. But our story today on Cindy's Corner is Snowman Magic. If you've got this book, go get it so that you can follow along, because we're going to talk about the magic of the snowman. I hope you enjoy this book. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up and make sure you've subscribed and tell your friends, because you don't want them to miss Storytime with Cindy. Okay, Snowman Magic. For my AR testers, this is a level 2-9. Snowman Magic. That. By Katherine. The author is Katherine Tegen. It's illustrated by Brandon Dorman. It had been snowing all day. Snowing, snowing, snowing. George was bored. There was no school, so he needed something to do. He kept looking out the window. Would it ever stop? Pretty red birds. The next morning, the sun was shining. When George looked out the window, everything was a brilliant white. The snow was so bright, it was almost hard to look at. If he squinted, he could see it was very deep, and it had drifted high against the slope in his backyard. George put on his warm socks and his snow pants and his flannel shirt. Then he put on his snow jacket, his boots, his mittens, and his hat. Don't want anything to escape out of that head. He was ready. Ta-da! Outside, the air smelled clean and cold. George plunged into the snow. It was fluffy, but crunchy too. He made a snowball and threw it against a tree. It was very, very quiet. He hit the tree with a snowball. Excuse me. George took some snow and packed it into a ball. Then he started rolling the ball in the snow. The ball got bigger and bigger. When the ball got too heavy to roll, he stopped rolling it near the bottom of the slope. Then he started rolling a medium-sized ball. He put it on top of the big ball. Finally, he made a snowball for the top. There he is. What's he made? George went inside the house and found a scarf in the closet and a carrot in the refrigerator. In the old days, his mother told him people used to take pieces of coal and use them to make eyes. But there wasn't any coal in George's house, so he found 2 buttons and he brought them outside with the scarf and the carrot. What's he gonna do? There's the scarf. He carefully pushed the buttons into the small ball near the top. He stuck the carrot in the center. He found a few twigs and used them to make a mouth. Just a couple sticks. He wrapped the scarf between the top ball and the middle ball, and he found 2 branches to stick into the sides of the middle ball, his arms. It was a perfect snowman. See it up close. George turned his head. He thought he saw the snowman smiling at him. Could it be? Was he smiling? Time for a snack, said George. He went inside the house and got 2 mugs of hot chocolate and some cookies. He put them on the snow table. Would you like something to eat? George asked. I can't drink hot chocolate, the snowman said, but a cookie would be nice. It was magic. The snowman's going to eat a cookie. Think that's really happening? After their snack, George made a cave tunnel deep into the slope. He piled up snowballs at the entrance. If he's got snowballs, what do you think he's going to do? Then he threw a couple at the snowman. The snowman made some snowballs and threw them back at George. His long branch arms helped him throw the snowballs very far. It was hard to say who won the fight, but it was still fun. He's having a snowball fight. Uh-oh, what's happening now? The snowman chased George around the yard, and then George chased the snowman. The snowman couldn't move that fast, so it was easy for George to sneak up on him. It was starting to get dark. George didn't want to go inside, but his mother was calling him. Goodbye, snowman, he said. I will see you tomorrow. George thought he heard the snowman say goodnight. Do you think the snowman said goodnight? Looky there. The next day, it was warmer. The sun was even brighter, and the snowman was shrinking. George played with him all day, but he could tell that the snowman didn't have quite the same energy. Why does he not have his energy? Uh-oh. Then it was Monday. George had to go to school. It was another bright, warm day. When he came home, the snowman was almost gone. The scarf and the carrot and the buttons had slid down. He could hardly recognize the snowman. The cave had collapsed too, and the snow table had melted. You see the ground, don't you? So it's all melting. Why is it melting? That's right. The sun's come out and then it's warmed up. The next morning, George looked out the window. It was snowing! Snowing, snowing, snowing. He couldn't wait. what's he saying? Maybe no school. To build his snowman again. Have you ever built a snowman? So now, what I asked you at the beginning of our story, snowmen fall from the sky unassembled. What does that mean? Because the snowflakes fall, and it's up to us to build the snowman and to make the snowman magic. If you've made a snowman this year, share it with me on Cindy's Corner. And my friends, make sure you subscribe and watch some of our other stories. You don't want to miss any stories on Cindy's Corner and Storytime with Cindy. And make sure you tell your friends and tell them to subscribe. I enjoy doing this, and I can't do it without you. Have a great day. And if you make a snowman, I want to see. I want to share my snowman. It's kind of magic, and I made it for me because I have a OU snowman. That means Oklahoma University, University of Oklahoma. OU, Oklahoma University. Made his little toboggan. He's just got 2 pieces, doesn't he? He didn't have 3. He had 2. I made him a scarf, got his arms and legs. If you don't have snow and you can't make a real snowman, do what I did. Just draw you a magic snowman. OU magic. I hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see if you've got a real snowman and if it was magic, or if you drew a real snowman. Have a great day, and make sure you've subscribed. And I can't wait to see where you're from and if you have snow. Have a great one. Tell somebody you love them and give them a hug.